us, because now we are getting a big update coming in as far as Sri Lanka is concerned. Gotabaya Rajapaksa has finally resigned as the president of Sri Lanka after months of protests on the ground, months of chants of wanting him to step down. This is now finally happened. Remember, we pointed out that he fled from Sri Lanka, went to Maldives, then to Singapore, and possibly could move to the UAE, but he still hadn't resigned up till this moment. This is exactly what the protesters wanted. This will be a big victory for the protesters as well. Purnima is back with us. Purnima, no denying the fact the protesters will be celebrating today. This is the moment they were waiting for, a big victory for them.
Well, this was their demand 97 days ago when protests began at the Golf Face. And 97 days on, their demand was to ensure that all the Rajapaksa family members resign. In April, former Finance Minister Basil resigned. In May, former Prime Minister Mahinda also resigned. And now, in July, they call it the victory of the struggle that people have gone through for many months now. They've already started celebrating the news that finally Gotabaya Rajapaksa has that resignation will come in any time now. Clearly, celebrations here at the Golf Face, they call it the victory of the people's movement. And now they say that the first demand has now been fulfilled, and now they will continue to protest till the second demand, which is the resignation of Ranil. That also should be fulfilled, and then protest will continue. But they're already here. People have already started celebrating. There were fireworks a short while ago. Even as the official announcement is likely any time now, the celebrations have already begun at the Golf Face.
Purnima, I'll request you to stay on with us. Colleague Abhishek is also now joining us on the broadcast. Abhishek, as I was discussing with Purnima, this is the moment that the protesters were waiting for. But the essential question now is, now that Gotabaya Rajapaksa has stepped down, what's next?
So, Ridhima, it looks like Gotabaya Rajapaksa, though little late, he has finally resigned. He was earlier, he has announced that he will be resigning on 13th of July, but it did not happen, and probably he was trying to take some temporary refuge before he could step down as a president, because being a president also gave him a diplomatic passport and diplomatic access to various other destinations. So probably that was a logistical thing that he had in his mind, but now he has resigned. So and he has also appointed Ranil Wickremesinghe as the president. So now it looks like the Ranil Wickremesinghe is all set to be at the presidential seat of Sri Lanka for some time, at least until the interim government does not set up and a new leader doesn't emerge as the one who will be the permanent leader of a permanent president or the current political setup. So we'll still have to see how the political parties in Sri Lanka will decide, or what their decision will be regarding a leader who will have a consensus, who will have a unanimity behind him. He will have a support of all the political parties, because we know as Rajapaksa was having a landslide victory in the last general election. So, of course, the party, the number of seats are in his favor or in his party's favor. But now, since Rajapaksa was not being liked by Sri Lankan people, and he has to finally flee the country.
Okay.
We'll have to see how the political matrix of the country works and how the number games start playing. Sajid Premdasa is also one of the key contenders for the presidential post. We'll have to see whether or not he will be elected as a common choice among the political
Abhishek,
parties.
I'll just request you to stay on with us. We'll talk about the possible names in just a bit. But my colleague